welcome. My name is Jocelyn and today we have another get ready with me. So I'm going to be putting some makeup on my face and just kind of chit-chatting with you a little bit. I have a few kind of topics tumbling around my head. I think I want to try and put this up in the morning time so that maybe if you are getting ready, then you can throw this video on and get ready with me, exactly what the title says. So I can put some makeup on my face, you can put some makeup on your face, or you can just, I don't know, do whatever you do when you get ready in the morning. I am going to be using this palette right here. This is the Be a Mermaid Make Waves palette by Tarte. It was a limited edition release a while back. This is what the inside looks like. I did pull this out to use for the month of September, so I thought I would use it in today's video, and just in case one of you has this palette also, or you can just use similar colors if you want to follow along and try and create the same eye look. The other thing I wanted to get some use out of is this little hourglass eyeshadow. This is in the shade Reflect. This is one of their scattered light eyeshadows. I'm thinking that I might use this or try and use it in my inner corner and see how it looks there, because it's this really beautiful color. So we'll see. But the main focus is this palette right here. So to start out, I am going to prime my eyes with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. I feel like I want to put my mirror on this side of the camera, so oh no. I locked my cat in the bathroom. Hold on. Okay, so here we go. Again, using the Photo Finish Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. This palette does not come with a My Skin tone color, so I am going to dip into my Naked 2 palette. This is the palette that's in my project pan for the year of 2018, and I'm going to try and pick up some of the shade Foxy. It's this shade right here, which is pretty much almost gone, and I just want to use that to set kind of from the crease up. So if any of you caught it might have been my most recent Get Ready With Me, or the one right before that. It's the one where I was kind of struggling quite a bit. I was in quite, I don't want to say a rut, because it wasn't really a rut. It was more like, oh my god, I was just so down. And I also don't want to say depression, because I feel like depression is probably so much more than what I was experiencing, but it definitely felt kind of like that. I was just lethargic, unenthusiastic. I felt awful just all the time, and I think part of it had to do with the smoke that was in the air, because Southern Oregon has had some really terrible fires this summer that have just filled my valley that I live in with just so much smoke that you couldn't see anything, and I think it was really taking a toll on my health and my mental state and stuff like that. Right now it's actually beautiful. There's blue skies everywhere, and I'm just like, I want to get outside and do something. Maybe we'll go for a hike today. That might be kind of nice. Before I get into my story, I'm gonna go in with this palette. I think what I'm gonna do is not blind you, ideally. Okay, so let's see how well I can do this. I think what I want to do is I want to put this shade all over the eye. This is the shade Bubbles. It's this really cool blue shade with an undertone of like a purple, so I wanted to use this and the shade Sure Thing, this shade up here, and Shipwreck. So I want to put that in the crease, Shipwreck in the crease, Bubbles all over the eye, and then potentially either Beach Please or Fantastic in the outer corner. So that's the idea. That's what I'm going to start with while I'm talking. I just wanted to make sure that I shared with you what I was going to try and do on the eyes, just taking a blending brush and gonna pick up the shade Sure Thing and start blending while I talk. So I was having some serious issues, like mental health issues and just almost physical issues also, because I wasn't eating very well or exercising or anything like that. And I talked about how I really wanted to start eating healthier and exercising and stuff like that, and I really wanted to join a gym. We were, when I say we, I mean Alex and I, we were a part of a rock climbing gym, but the membership every month was I think $40. So between both of us it was $80 a month, and we weren't going. We were just never going. And part of that was we both love rock climbing. Like, I love rock climbing, he loves rock climbing, I have so much fun with it. But I don't want to say we're not good, but we're not good. Like, me especially, I don't have very much upper body strength. He was definitely a lot better than I was, just because he had more strength than I did and do, and you know, you need a lot of upper body strength to be able to successfully rock climb well. I just, in my own personal insecurities, felt uncomfortable because of how not great I was and how out of shape I was. And it's one thing if I go into the rock gym and there's only a few people there and I can feel really good about just sticking to the routes amounts that I can do, but the gym has gotten so busy and popular, and there's so many people who now go there compared to years ago when we were members, that it felt very uncomfortable for me to go and there'd be just so many people there, and it was hard to find a route that I could do that wasn't surrounded by people, and it just wasn't a very good environment for me anymore. So I didn't feel very comfortable going. Alex didn't really love going either when there were so many people there, so we kept wanting to go, so we didn't put our membership on hold. What we had decided was that when we got a membership somewhere else, we would put the Rock Gym membership on hold, which you can do for 3 months. And I am very happy to say, joined Planet Fitness. We've been, I think, 3, Alex has been 4 times, I've been 3 times, and I really like it. I feel good. I feel a lot better about myself already, even though I've only been 3 times. My focus, I think, right now is on cardio for one, because we're going to Disneyland in December and I want to be able to go as hard as I can. And part of that is having the stamina to go, go, go. And then my other focus is upper body. So kind of my upper back, lower back, shoulders, just kind of like this whole area. I want to have strength and muscles up here. Those are my focuses right now. Next, I'm going to darken up the crease with Shipwreck, this dark purple shade right there. So that's been really cool to be able to experience that. And another thing that's happening right now, probably not when you guys are seeing this, is that for the last week, my roommate has been not just gone, but he has been out of the country. For those of you who do not know, Alex and I have a roommate. His name is Evan. We have lived with Evan for... this will be the 4th Halloween this October. So, 4 years. Oh my God, has it really been 4 years? Yeah, I think it has been 4 years. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen, but I think it's been 4 years. Jesus, that feels just absolutely crazy. It feels like just the other day, Alex and I were just living on our own. We really wanted to have that roommate experience before we, it was kind of too late to do that. So we moved in with Evan, who is Alex's oldest friend, probably. They grew up right next to each other, and let's see, so I'm a year ahead of Alex and Evan is a year below Alex. So I'm 2 years older than Evan, which would make Evan 24. Alex is 25, I'm 26. And where this story started is Evan's gone currently. It's the first time I think that he's been gone for this long since we've all lived together, which is kind of crazy, but Alex and I have been enjoying it. Not to say that we don't miss Evan, because we live with him, so obviously to some extent we miss him, but it's been very nice to not have him here. As a married couple, it's been nice to have our space. But Evan is currently in Indonesia. He went to Bali with a couple friends, guy friends. It's kind of like a guy's trip. So he'll have been gone for 2 weeks, almost exactly, by the time he gets back. And I'm really excited to hear from him about just how it was. Bali, Indonesia just was always somewhere on my bucket list that I thought would be amazing to go. Okay, so I think that's gonna be good for those shadows. I think what I want to do now is put down that Bubbles shade, so this blue purpley undertoned shadow, and I definitely want to use an amplifier with this. I am going to use Fix Plus because it's what I have in my collection. I'm really trying to use it up because it's not cruelty free, but my gosh, I feel like I haven't made a dent in it. I'm going to be applying that all over the lid. It's definitely not showing up as drastically as I thought it would. Okay, so I've put that shade all over my eyes. I think I'm going to go in with my finger and pick some up and put it on my eyes and see if that does anything differently. I don't know. I don't know if it really did anything, but maybe a little bit. Ooh, I think that looks really cool. Okay, so I think I'm gonna add a little bit more of that dark purple shade just to kind of blend all of the edges of this together. And then what I think I'm gonna do, I'm going to add some of Fantastic. It's this purple shade right there, and I'm going to put that on the outer part of my eyelid just to add a little bit of dimension. I don't think you'll be able to tell too much, but I will be able to tell. Okay, so I'm gonna put eyeliner in. I am going to use the NYX Epic Ink liner, and hopefully I don't make a disaster out of this. Okay, so eyeliner is on. It's good enough. I have to admit that, okay, I love this eyeliner. Well, I love how it dispenses the eyeliner. I guess that's the best way to say it, how it dispenses the pigment. But I found that the longer I use it, the harder it is to create a wing. It's not as sharp as, for example, the Kat Von D one, which has always been my tried and true. So I might end up going back to that one just to create a wing. I find that I love the Kat Von D liner for creating a wing, but then don't love it for the rest of the eyeliner. I just haven't found something that just truly is as sharp. Eyeshadow on the top of my eye, eyeliner is done. Now we're gonna move on to the face. Okay, so I am going to pin back my bangs over here since I'm gonna be putting foundation and primer and such on. I'm going to be using this Milk Makeup Blur stick. I'm just going to kind of spread this along my face. I honestly don't know how well I think this works. I mean, my foundation always looks really good after I've used this, but I don't know if it's the foundation or if it's this. I want to say it's this, that it really does just kind of blur my pores and create a really nice canvas, but I could be totally wrong. I am going to be using the Kat Von D powder foundation, but I think underneath that I'm going to use the First Aid Beauty Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer to conceal under my eyes and on a couple blemishes that are around my face, just because I want a little extra coverage there. I did review this recently, semi-recently. I think it was in a palette roulette video because I received it from Octoly. So I was talking about my roommate situation. So yes, we have a roommate. He has a girlfriend, Mariana, who I love dearly, and she has become one of my really awesome friends. We're kind of thrown together, right? Because I live with her boyfriend and her boyfriend lives with me. But fortunately for both of us, we just get along so well and have so many common interests that even like after we all move out, you know, and live separately, we should be able to remain really good friends. And speaking of moving out, we live in an apartment right now, the three of us, kind of 3.5 if you want to include her because she is here pretty frequently. We are hoping to go our separate ways, not hoping, we are gonna go our separate ways next year, so 2019. The plan for Alex and I, at least, is to save up money between now and next year for a down payment on a house. We want to get a place that's local, so within Southern Oregon still, because Alex is still going to school at Southern Oregon University, and because I have a job. I have a really good job with a hospital here, so no plans on vacating the area. We are going to be looking for a place locally. Now I'm going to be going in with the Kat Von D powder foundation and a Real Techniques foundation brush. Pretty sure it's a foundation brush. And I'm just gonna be putting this all over my face. So yeah, hoping next year to get a house. That's the plan. That is, I've heard that the market's not the greatest for looking for a house, so that's very unfortunate for us. Maybe by next year it will be a little bit better. I am very, very excited to have a house, not just because, you know, I'm excited for Alex and I to have our own space again, but also so that we can decorate, paint the walls, put stuff up onto the wall, so put holes in the wall without worrying about getting our deposit back, because it will be our house and we can do whatever we want with it. I'm so excited. So I think our lease is up in March of next year. So if we don't have a place by then, we'll probably go month to month. And if we get a house, I should hopefully be able to move my filming and my vanity setup, that's probably a better word for that, into a spare bedroom so that it's not in our room. I think that'll be nice. I could have maybe a little better setup and you wouldn't see like my bed in the background. So I'm very excited, very enthusiastic about getting a house. Okay, foundation is done. Honestly, I love this foundation. It's probably gonna show up in a favorites here pretty soon. I never knew that a powder foundation could offer such good coverage, and throughout the day it just fades so nicely, and I can apply another layer of this like halfway through the day, and it applies really nicely over the top of itself halfway through the day. So I really like this foundation. I think what I want to do is move on to the under eyes. So we're gonna go back to this palette, and I think I'm gonna go with the mauvey purpley shades under my eyes, because then I want to put that hourglass, the reflect light, in the inner corner. So I think that'll look the best if I put the purpley shades under my eye. So I'm gonna start with Sure Thing and then Shipwreck and put those under my eye. Speaking of houses, something else that I really want to do when we get a house is, you may or may not know, but Alex and I have cats and we absolutely adore them. And something that I would love to do is put up those like wall shelves that are designed for cats to like climb on and climb up. I think that would be so fun to have, and I hope that they would use them. I definitely have a couple cats that I think would use them. We have one, our oldest cat, I don't think would be that interested in them. I don't know if he would even be able to. He is quite a bit older than the rest of them. We think he's 12. He's between like 12 and 14. I'm not entirely sure because we got him from somebody. We didn't get him from a shelter or anything, and he was already decently old when we got him. But the other ones I think would be interested in those wall climby thingies and like the nets you can put up and stuff like that. Speaking of our older cat, we took him in for a wellness check recently, and we just found out this is, I don't know what the rest of the story is yet because we haven't taken him back in, but they said that he was underweight, or he's underweight and dehydrated, so they wanted to run some blood tests, and not only did that cost $120, which is fine, I will pay for my cat, I love him and can't imagine anyways. So the results came back. By the way, I'm gonna go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer to bronze up my cheeks, and they want to do more tests. They want to do a urine test, and they said depending on how that comes back, he might need to do an ultrasound or an MRI. And so I'm just like, oh my god, my oldest cat child. It's definitely stressful. He's happy, he's eating, he's drinking, he seems, you know, he seems okay. So I'm trying really hard to remain positive and not freak out about it. It doesn't do me or him or the situation any good to freak out when there might not be anything to freak out about. It might be a simple infection that we just treat with some pills or medicine or something. So that's just something that's going on. I know a lot of you who watch my videos see my cats in the background, so I thought maybe you would be interested in that kind of an update. You don't see Parker very much. He is orange and white. We have stairs in our apartment, and he is the oldest cat. He likes to stay downstairs quite a bit, so you probably haven't seen him too much in any of the back of my videos. Next, I'm going to put on a blush. This is the Tarte blush in the shade Party. So yeah, that's something we're dealing with right now. Yesterday I went to a winery. There are so many wineries around Southern Oregon, which again is where I am from and where I currently live. I went to a wine tasting. My friend for my birthday, Mariana, my roommate's girlfriend, one of my really good friends, she bought me for my birthday a double wine tasting. So we went and cashed that in yesterday at a really pretty winery. We got to try some wines. We didn't end up buying any bottles. Normally I like to buy a bottle, but none of them like really spoke to me and were something I wanted to take home. We had a really good experience. I have a picture of it on my personal Instagram if you'd like to check that out. My personal Instagram is JozyClaire92, so Jozy Claire 92. If you would like to follow me there, I do post more personal photos there. I do have my makeup Instagram, which is Charismatic Claire, where I do just makeup related posts, but of course my personal Instagram, I have some more personal related things. So if you'd like to follow me there, you are more than welcome to. All right, eyebrows are done. I think what I want to do next is dip into that Hourglass eyeshadow, and I want to put that in the inner corner. It might look like a lot. I don't know. We are going to see. It's quite glittery. I think that looks pretty. I'm excited to use this all over the lid. I have a feeling it's gonna provide such a pretty glow all over the eye. Oh my god, okay. Wow, I was really worried about how this shade was gonna work in the inner corner, and I love it. Like, let me see if I can get any closer. Like, can you see that? It's just, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about the way that that looks. Now I need highlight for the rest of my face. I think I'm gonna use my ColourPop Kathleen Lights highlighter in the shade On the Cusp. It provides such a pretty glow. A question I have for you guys that, you know, you may not be into this, and that's okay. But Alex and I are pretty decently into musicals, and I would love to know what your favorite musicals are. Most recently, we watched Les Mis for the first time. We've owned it for years, but finally watched it. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the storylines. And before that, we watched Chicago, so like a week before that, right after Evan left, we watched Chicago, and Alex absolutely loved that. I had seen it one other time, but a really long time ago. So I'm really glad he finally watched that. He absolutely fell in love with it. We've watched a lot of others too, but I want to know from you, what is your favorite musical? What are we missing out on that we maybe should have watched or should watch? Gonna put my mascara on. I think this is just about on its last drop, this Essence mascara. I feel like I've been using this for quite a few months, and I really like to only use my mascaras for 3 months at a time, just because I don't want to mess with something that's so close to my eye. Okay, I think that's enough mascara. I just need a lip product. What do we want to wear today? Ooh, do we want to go like just full on mermaid? I do have this mermaid lip gloss from Tarte. It's in the shade Getaway. Never used it before. Let's do it. I wonder if I should have used a lip liner under this. Oh well. I bet this would look really good like on top of like a dark lipstick. Oh, but it's pretty. This isn't quite what I want. I want something else on my lips, but I don't know what. Okay, but I know I don't want this, so let's take this off. I think I'm gonna try this. This is the color Still Crazy, and then maybe I'll add some of this lip gloss on top of it. This is a ColourPop Luxe lipstick in the shade Still Crazy. Ooh, yeah. Holy crap. Definitely very pink. So let's see what adding this to it will do. Nah, I don't love it. I don't hate it. And there you have it. This is the final look. I think I remembered everything. I don't think I forgot anything. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you liked the look that I came up with today. I'm actually really pleased with it, and I'm definitely going to film another video with this eye look because I'm not about to let it go to waste. And I hope you liked this video also. If you like Get Ready With Me's, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up before you go. And if you want more videos from me, if you want more content from me, don't forget to subscribe. All buttons are down below. And I think that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.